I'm going to try to do this tape, and I'm showing Edward Snowden's photograph here. That applies to me exactly. I have done nothing wrong. I've got a lot of videos the last couple of months here. I've also been on Facebook, am on Facebook. I don't know how to put this. Other than, I usually show this because people know what happened to Larry Flint for telling the truth. In Hustler magazine, this is the Larry Flint. My name that I have to use is Peggy Ann Childers. I was married to a Childers. And I was kidnapped in Boston. Well, may I continue? I'm sure that was just a coincidence, though. Larry Flint was shot. The person that shot him was programmed to shoot him in Lawrenceville, Georgia. I was flown up to his home when I was in a campaign in '83 twice because Larry McDonald, a congressman doctor whom I had wrote about in '78, I wrote a malpractice book, A License to Kill, MD, A License to Kill, about the use of mind control, programming people to kill or do anything, modify their behavior, um, their judgment, everything, decision making. But I show the Larry Flint because Larry Flint was hauled off the Butner and tortured, and his power of attorney taken away in plain sight. I mean, he had a book called The Rebel Magazine that really told absolutely the truth on the Bloomingdale's, the Reagan, a whole bunch of stuff. So I'm going to say this before I show again. This is my dad. I was kidnapped from Buckingham Palace. And that's the double that was used to marry Wallace Simpson. My dad never married Wallace Simpson. That was an impostor that was used. My dad was married legally to Claudia Ruth O'Keefe, an American sister to artist Georgia O'Keeffe. I was born in '39, and my uncle that I just showed you, George the Sixth, the illegal George the Sixth, is Elizabeth's father, and he helped kidnap me in '41. This is '39, the year I was born. He's in the United States here with Roosevelt, and Roosevelt appointed Kennedy ambassador to England, Joe Kennedy, and they helped in my kidnapping. So rather than use up tapes again, I'm just going to get. I wrote about mind control, and I wrote about murders using mind control being done in patterns. Now then, this is a book that was written later. I was still full of antifreeze April 1st of '80 and carried across the state line, absolutely tortured. I should have died. Ended up working for the district attorney, Fred Simpson, there, and had a background check. The sheriff ran a background check, which is just really a joke. They know who I am, and they knew what had been done to me. But I'm working for the DA. So now then, I've continued telling about the mind control murders. You can take a plane down. You can, the Grand Theater shooting in Aurora with James Holmes. Those that are being told, the Tucson and the Virginia Techs, my God, that's right next to me here. I'm in Roanoke. Virginia Tech shootings and the Fort Hood shooter is a psychiatrist that finished school here at Virginia Tech too, and went on somewhere else to get his medical degree. But this is a psychiatrist that did the shootings at Fort Hood. Now this is Timothy McVeigh, who says here that the military put a chip up his rear. This is William, illegal. He's not the heir. Now, they tell about having a chip in him so that he won't be kidnapped. Well, that's funny, I guess, to them because I'm not talking about the citizens of Great Britain. I'm talking about the Windsor family here. Guess that that's funny to them. He named his baby uh, George after my uncle, his great grandfather, and my uncle who helped kidnap me. So I guess him being kidnapped and he's illegal, you get the gist. I want to go here though. After I left Flint and the campaign there, I was furnished a car but couldn't get any money or a job or anything. I was shut down. I came to Roanoke. I've been here since October of '86, and I was told a few months ago that I would be run out of here, and that's for telling the truth. People are afraid of it. You can make people have heart attacks. You can. There's been law enforcement here kill, but the agency doing it actually can put you under investigation, and state law enforcement, local, and they will find something. So they've gotten people to cooperate with them. And what's been done to me, and quite frankly, I'll tell you, if they don't tell it or the British don't tell this, it'll go untold. And I'm 75 years old, and there's so many people that became involved in this and are still going on and living their life. It would take another lifetime to prosecute them if that were possible and tell it. So I'm going to go back real quick and say that when I was kidnapped, I was brought, and that was in '41, I was brought to Moulton, Alabama, and given the name of a twin, Peggy Dempsey, and Peggy and Carl were both dead, and I found killed by their mother, Lina. So this is a long list of torture and laws being broken and nobody held accountable. I can't get an attorney, nothing. Now then, when I came to Roanoke, I couldn't get a job. I had been basically put on the side of the road. I came here and I went up on the Appalachian Trail to have a place to live. I froze in plain sight of everybody. And I've been told that they were told not to help me. They also were afraid to help, afraid of repercussions. And I'm going to quit there and go to, I haven't been able to get a place to live. When I started getting money, a bit of money, all I could get was live-ins. And I'm sure this is going to go off in a minute. But I would, when I had money and could get a studio apartment or a place to live, I would get gas, chemicals used on me. And I even had at Affordable, and by the way, I do want to show that real quick if I've got it here. Affordable, I lived in a bunch of his. He's got four, not a bunch of them, but four of them. He's Jewish, and so there's a point to all that. If anybody, the Rockefellers, Rothschilds, control the media, they helped kidnap me. This is Gene Croft, who was manager for them. A state trooper, Carl Barton, took me there. My tent up on the not up on the trail, up on Roanoke Mountain Park, National Park campground, which I was legally and was paid and everything. But somebody came in and soaked during the night, soaked my tent, and I had to sit it up, get out. I was so sick, ruined my tent. But that's happened over and over. Anyway, the state trooper and his wife were supposed to be hosts there. He was retired, Carl Barton. His wife brought me down here. I had the money to pay everything, but and this is going to go off in a minute, and I'll have to start over on another one. But his wife brought me there, paid the $150 deposit. I managed to live there through being soaked and maintenance soaking me with chemicals, and there was a maid service there that came in once a week, and I could not unsubscribe to it. They came in, if I was there or not, and soaked the linen, and I was constantly rolling in the bed so sick. I have an immune disorder, and it makes your immune system